General Motors has a joint venture partnership with LG Chem to manufacture batteries for its electric cars. It doesn't have some sort of side partner like Tesla does, where Tesla has multiple battery manufacturers. It's relying on LG Chem for all of its batteries. I can't help but feel that could potentially become a very dangerous and very, very costly mistake. And it's a mistake that could cost billions of dollars to fix. I've made a number of videos which have really irritated a lot of people. I've received some hate mail, you might say. They're saying that I'm attacking LG Chem, LG Energy Solutions, and that I need to back off. I'm exaggerating on the battery recalls for the company. They say that the problems have been fixed. Well, maybe they have, and maybe they haven't. Here in Australia, things have taken a turn for the worse when it comes to LG Chem. What do I mean? Well, customers started contacting the company saying the batteries you've supplied us with are faulty. They denied it. And it took the Australian consumer watchdog to force them to recall batteries in the last couple of days to actually make them realize that something bad had happened. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome back, everyone else. Thank you for tuning in. And I need to make a point here. I'm not out to attack this company. I want them to succeed. I really want their batteries to stop having problems. I don't want people to buy an electric car and have to have the massive inconvenience of having a recall on that battery pack, or having to park it outside a garage, or having problems with the battery. That's really irritating. And honestly, it makes a bad name for electric cars. The big part of this channel, right, is to help people understand the benefits of electric cars. That electric cars are the solution to, well, so many things. They are so much better than gasoline-powered cars. And to try to convince people, or at least educate them on all of those benefits. Now, the reality is LG Chem has had more recalls for battery packs in electric cars than every other battery company that supplies batteries to car companies put together over the last 3 years. That's the truth. And now it's going even one step further. But this time, I think it's almost unconscionable the way that LG Chem has acted. The ACCC, Australia's consumer watchdog, has begun contacting 5,000 households as part of an updated recall on LG solar batteries prone to overheat and catch fire, with the watchdog noting the dangerous products may fall under various brand names. The news comes as New South Wales Fire and Rescue reported a huge spike in battery fires for 2022. See what I mean? LG Chem, they're giving the renewable energy industry, battery technology, a bad name. I'm sorry, there's no other way to say this. Are you hearing all these recalls for lithium iron phosphate battery packs coming from CATL, BYD, or any other lithium iron phosphate battery manufacturers? No, you're not. Yeah, there's been a couple here and there, not very many. Unfortunately, the truth is that the people who disagree with EVs, they disagree with renewable energy. This is simply giving them ammunition to say, but batteries are rubbish, they're not the future, EVs are not the future, see, I told you so. It's this, LG Chem are giving them ammunition to make this whole movement look like it's not legitimate. And I think this problem could get significantly worse. The reason being that in the United States, LG Chem has announced billions and billions of dollars of investments into battery factories. They've announced about 6 different battery factories where they'll be the primary company manufacturing the batteries, of course in joint ventures with various companies, Hyundai, General Motors, for example. But the truth is, right? The truth is, it doesn't really matter who the joint venture is with, whether it's GM, whether that's Hyundai, whether it's anyone else. It matters for the consumer, and it matters for the perception of the world, seeing batteries have problems like this. And in the grand scheme of things, because LG Chem are ramping up battery production massively over the next few years, these problems are just going to grow. National watchdog, the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission, is setting about directly contacting Australians who have faulty solar batteries in their home, urging households to check serial numbers as the national recall has now been expanded to include new models, affected systems, and dates of manufacture. Unfortunately, it's not like this is some isolated product here. This is new models, old models. Doesn't matter what model it is. If LG Chem made it, good chance it's going to have a problem. The ACCC said batteries may be branded LG, Solar X, Opal, Redback, Red Earth, Iguana, or Vata, though a number of these brands, including Red Earth and Redback, clarified their work with the ACCC has previously been completed. So far, about 3,000 batteries have been replaced or removed from consumers' properties, according to the ACCC. A further 1,400 batteries have been switched off or have had the maximum charge capacity reduced to 75% to minimize the risk of overheating while they wait for a replacement or refund. LG and Solar X are still trying to trace around 3,000 additional recalled batteries. PV Magazine Australia says that LG will replace recalled batteries manufactured between the 29th of March 2017 and the 13th of September 2018 free of charge. Alternatively, consumers can opt for a refund and have the recalled battery removed from their property at no cost. Households who have higher electricity bills as a result of not being able to use their battery as expected will be compensated by LG because Australian government is forcing them to compensate people who've bought these batteries, which is good. Thank you for doing that. Unfortunately, since October 2019, there have been 9 reported incidents involving these type of batteries in Australia where they have set themselves on fire, resulting in property damage and injury, said the ACCC Deputy Chair. LG has also advised the ACCC it has identified about 10,000 additional batteries that are at risk of overheating. In other words, this battery recall is going to affect more than 17,000 homes with batteries installed in them. To address the risk, LG is proposing to install diagnostic software to identify and shut down dangerous batteries, which will then be replaced for free. Electrical safety regulators are currently assessing LG's proposed diagnostic software remedy, the ACCC said. Now, this recall comes the same week Fire and Rescue New South Wales released a notice warning shoppers to be vigilant about batteries, as its crews have responded to over 180 lithium-ion battery fires since the 1st of January 2022. That means in the first 10 months of this year, there's been more than 180 battery fires, right? The majority of them, unfortunately, have been, LG Chem. This is compared with just over 16 in 2021. That's more than a 10-fold increase. What's happening is these batteries are reaching the point in their life cycle where they're just saying, okay, enough's enough, we're done now, and setting themselves on fire. That's what it seems like to me. The fire risk of lithium battery makeups has been a divisive issue in the industry, with some labeling it anti-renewable fear-mongering, while experts like UK Newcastle University Professor Paul Christensen believe the risk requires serious consideration. In Australia, cognizance around lithium battery risks took on a new light when Neon's Victoria Big Battery caught fire during commissioning in 2021. While these concerns have served as a leg up for non-flammable battery makeups like flow batteries, lithium-ion remains predominant due to its commercial availability and its high energy density. Now, there's an easy solution to this. Just buy lithium iron phosphate batteries. They catch fire at a rate of about 1/50th versus lithium ternary batteries. Don't buy batteries from LG Chem. It's simple. Don't buy batteries from a company that makes ternary batteries. You don't need them. I mean, realistically, there's no real reason to have them. If you can think of one, let me know what it is in the comment. Is there a compelling reason to use a lithium battery in any product? A lithium ternary battery in any product? Whether that be an electric car, whether that be an electric scooter, or anything. I don't see a compelling reason. The energy density in lithium iron phosphate batteries, which are incredibly unlikely to set fire, is quite high now. The energy density has now reached a level where it just doesn't make any sense to buy batteries from LG Chem. That's why I've been questioning General Motors. Realistically, I don't really understand why General Motors decided to make a joint venture with this company when they've paid more than $1 billion of their own money, GM's own money, due to the recall in the Chevy Bolt and the Bolt EUV. Now, aside from the inconvenience and the money GM have had to pay to fix that. It's also the bad PR for the company. If they shifted to another battery company, Goshon High Tech, for example, who are building a battery factory in the US, which will supply lithium iron phosphate, that would solve these issues. But it seems to me sunk cost bias is the reason they've continued down this path. They've invested too much into it, therefore they see no possible alternative. In my view, that's a significant risk to General Motors going forward. In fact, I think it's their number one biggest risk. Now let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.